Hello everybody, Wild Trekker here. Welcome to another episode here on the new Eriador server, playing some 1.10 Minecraft. And yeah, just heading over to DC's place. Oh, that's always really weird when that happens. Yeah, heading over to DC's place. In fact, let me turn around, because hopefully he's got some stuff we're after. Now, you may remember, quite a few episodes ago, we played a little prank on DC, in that he couldn't find vines anywhere. If this world will load, yeah, he couldn't find vines absolutely anywhere, and yeah, we pointed out that there was loads around. This place looks so cool now, doesn't it? And he yeah, so we left a load of vines for him here, but since then he's obviously needed a lot more, because he's putting a lot of this stone around, which looks really cool amongst all this. And we've used some ourselves in the jungle temple that we built in our wood. Now let's see if I can get this bit right. Do that, and we're up. Yay! Yeah, and if you've watched Dadcraft's latest episode, you'll notice he was building his wall. And if you haven't watched it, shame on you. Go and watch it. And I'm stood on there. How do we get across from here? This is a bit dangerous. It doesn't go anywhere. Good job I got some ender pearls, isn't it, eh? I don't think we'll go up there. Where should we go? Let's go through there. Yeah, that looks safe. Onto the dock, onto the zombies. We came here at the wrong time, didn't we? Let's get up that way. Okay, so yeah, basically Dadcraft has been doing a lot of building over here. Oh, I don't believe I just did that. Let me get at the top and we'll explain. Okay, as I was saying before, we're so rudely interrupted by me falling off. Yeah, so if you've looked at Dadcraft's recent episode, he's been building this wall, and there's a lot of vines used in it, because he's been using the this sort of I was going to say mouldy cobblestone, but the mossy. Whoa, no, ah! And I had lagged there. I'm going to have to rebuild that. That's okay. It's a dangerous place around here, DC. You need to fix it, especially for people like me who might be lagging out and having stuff bounce off. Yeah. Anyway, you can see up there he's been using the mossy stone. He's got some mossy cobblestone in places as well. So he's been growing lots of vines, and he was saying in his last episode that someone ought to build a vine farm, or he should, and perhaps you know, off the back of that, sell vines in a shop. But I don't think we should be doing that. I want to build a vine farm anyway, so I thought maybe this is a good time to do it. And yeah, we won't sell things. I'm just being very wary of creepers there. We'll just put it over at the farm and build it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've just been chatting to Dadcraft, and he said if you want to come over here and grab some vines off his little mini vine farm here to get it going, please do. So that's what I've come over to do. So we're going to grab these, hopefully safely, without dying. And so you got me up there. This is a dangerous place. It needs lighting up for sure. Yes, we'll see if we can do this without dying, and then I shall see you guys over at the farm. Oh, where can I hide? Well, I'm over at the farm now, and there is a crazy zombie doing the dance upon that roof there. So not quite sure why he would be up there. So Chris, you haven't quite spawn proofed it. You've missed a bit. So let's but we'll leave him dancing up there. He's obviously enjoying himself here at the farm, and it means hopefully nothing spawning down there, because I've left a few stones, as you can see. So I think this is where we're going to put our farm. Let's see if we can get down there and see if we can't get a bed down. And then as the lag kicks in, yeah, and hopefully we can get this thing started. And there is some skellies spawned over there, so yeah, let me get rid of this lag. Let me get rid of these skellies, get my bed down, and get it to daylight again. That's all we seem to be doing, isn't it? Fighting mobs and skellies, and I'm rubber banding. But yeah, let me do that and we'll come back. Wow, we've started this video off really professionally, haven't we? We are professional Minecrafters, don't you know? We certainly know how to play this game. Right, so let's get back down to business, the vine farm. So this is where we're going to do it. I've kind of started laying out to give me an idea of how I want it. So it's going to kind of run along here to here. and I'm going to position it so it's kind of over this, which basically means that if we want to, we could use these streams to drop the items into, and they could be taken back all the way up there, but at the moment there's no free chest up there to do that, so for now we're just going to actually get it put into a chest here. So I think that's simple enough. So what I want to do is build a floor a few layers above this, really, just to, you know, give us some room to play with, and you know, means that we can, you know, put things in without interfering with any of those streams. There's nothing above us. The only thing is the iron farms that drops down there, so yeah, we're not going to interfere with anything coming down here. But if we want to, we could set up you know, items from the chest to go into a dropper, fall into the water stream, and, you know, so on and so forth like that. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So what I want to do is get a chest. I'm going to try and work backwards here if I can. So this is really the center. I'll probably mark that with a torch, and then this one is the center there. So I guess here is the kind of, yeah, center bit for a chest to go. So that's where we're going to do that, and then we're going to have a couple of hoppers going into that chest, and that's going to be our collection point. So essentially that is it. There you go, fine farm done. No, not quite. Yeah, so this is going to be our collection point for the vines, and let's just put these up here. Most of this is going to be underneath, so that's why I'm just using stone brick for this, and we'll probably encase it with something as well, try and build it into this wall. I think would be quite good, but for now I just want to get the farm itself up and running, and then we'll worry about the rest later on. So what I'm going to do is get the rest of this channel built out, because it's going to be in total 30, and I've written this down somewhere, I'm going to have a look, 33. So it's basically 33 blocks long, but what that means is we can extend it more if we wanted to. So if we wanted more than this, we can do it. But yeah, so I'm gonna mark that out so we got the channels going that way, and then we can start working on the rest of it. That's the two main floor areas done. So this is where the vines are going to drop into, and what we need to do is basically put signs all the way along here. And once we've done that, in fact we'll just do these few now so you can see, we should then put some water. So if we put them here, for example, and break these, you'll see that these will then automatically start flowing. Ignore the fact they're going this way, but yeah, they'll all basically have this, so any items will now go along here into this lower water stream and then flow into the chest at the bottom. So yeah, there you can see it's coming along, and in it goes. And I've duplicated this on both sides, as he says, falling in, and you can see that, so we can double our capacity. The next area, let's go and sleep a second. So the next thing we've got to do is get this water in and then start building up the sides a little bit of our main structure. This is the basement, if you like, so this is the sort of the underground bit. Everything else is going to be built on top of this, so I'll probably start using this cracked stone brick here just to add some effects. I would like to use some mossy in here as well, but I don't really have any at the moment, and I don't really want to, you know, use up the stuff that I've got already. So and I think I'm gonna have to get some more of this because I only anticipated one layer, but I think I really want 2 layers of this in place. And then I guess we're gonna have a floor which is going to be along here. Yes, so that's going to go over the water stream. So our floor area, our area that we can walk on, will simply be 3 wide, heading all the way down the centre bit. And then this area here, I've got more, is going to be built up 1 more cobble. And then this is, as I say, this is going to be the sort of the main foundation of the building now. And yeah, we'll start using other materials now to try and make this look good. This is absolutely awesome now. The super smelter that Dadcraft set up has now been modified. So on this side there is a rail track, and basically all the sticks are being automatically pulled over from the other side and then yeah, placed into there. So we no longer have to load the sticks up in there. We just put the stuff in there, and this is what basically brings the stuff across there. So that's pretty awesome, and all the stuff ends up in this chest, which is good for us. But there's also a hopper here which is locked, so if we want the stuff to go into the system, we can unlock that, and then basically it'll all end up in the system. So that's pretty cool. What I'd like to do now is really get these vines up and running. So we're going to start putting this building together, and let's put these like this. And I think we'll start on this side, so we're going to have glass kind of filling these slots here, and we're going to try and make it sort of, you know, so like I guess a sort of greenhouse is the best way to describe it. You would grow vines in a building like that, wouldn't you, or something along those lines. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do, and this would normally be the sort of floor area of it. So if you're building this in a normal world, then yeah, you'd probably sort of, you know, build that as a floor area. And I think we want to do this way around. Yeah, so probably easier just to climb up there and do that. There we go. Put these here, and then we can then attach the vines to these bits. So let's use this, and then the first row is going to go here. So what I'm going to be doing is essentially putting a couple of rows of this along here, and the next row is going to be going there like that, and then this back bit will then be, you know, more glass, so to speak. So we'll have 2 layers of glass, and then we'll do the same with the stairs as we did before, doing this kind of design going along. So that's easy enough to do. And then what we do need is vines, which I don't have. And with the vines, we're just basically going to be putting 1 row there. We're going to put another row here, and then take this down again and climb back up. The final row will come on the other side of here. So that's going to be the final row. I tried to get 4 in, but I couldn't work out a way to get 4 of these in there without actually you know, sort of ruining it, so to speak. What I am going to do though as well, I should have done this before putting the vines on, is put some glowstone. So this is just really going to add some light into the place, and what it means as well is we can actually grow vines on it. So I wanted to use the sea lanterns, but unfortunately I don't think you can put vines on those, but you can with these. So yeah, I think we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have some glowstone, and then in the middle I think we just have it 1, 2, 3 and a glowstone. So let me get the rest of this in, and yeah, that's looking good. 2, 3, and then that's the center Great. Okay, I'm going to get all these vines in, and hopefully we'll have that growing while we're doing the rest of the building. Now we may have a little bit of an issue here in that we've got slime spawning, which I think is on this bit, so I think we're probably going to have to add this as carpet, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, I think that's what we've got to do to make sure, because I don't think there's anywhere else they can spawn. We're going to make the roof spawn proof in a minute. What I am going to do is put a trapdoor over this whilst I remember, so I don't fall in, and then that's going to be our access down here when we want to come and get these out of here. So as you can see, we're collecting a few dud items. Now what I want to do as well, put some lighting in the middle here as well. So this is what we're going to do, is we're going to mimic the same as these. So we'll just use bone block though. So and then sea lantern again, and to sort of disguise it and hide it up a little bit, we'll use these stairs. So but not like that, more like that. And we'll just run these either side like so, and same on the other side like so, and then we'll just use the trapdoors just on the roof there to kind of hide it, so it all looks white as you go down and you don't really see those green bits. So yeah, just a nice little sort of neat way of doing some hidden lighting. And then I think once we've looked at that, we need to start looking at the roof. Now that's going to be a fairly simple spawn proof. These bits, obviously the upside down stairs, are not, so we might have to sort of think about how we're doing that, but in theory they're only one wide, so that shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to use glass, so the whole of this area here like this is all going to be glass all the way along both sides, and then on this bit here we shall use slabs. So again, we shall go along like that, so it sort of covers that up, and we'll probably end up covering that up just because you can see it from the top. I guess we could do it like that, but I don't know how that will look from the sort of wood point of view. But stop it. Yeah, we could do it either way, so I might just sort of see how it looks without it, and then likewise around the edges we shall go out two, again not like that, like so. Yeah, and I think that'll finish it off nicely as well. And what that will also do is give us a little bit of sort of dimension on this, because looking at it from below, you kind of want that. You don't just want that with sort of chunky wood on top. So yeah, I think it's sort of, it'll look nicer, so to speak, doing it that way. So yeah, and I think that'll make it all spawn proof anyway on the top, and also down here. But I don't think the lighting affects the spawning of the slime, so I think we are probably going to have to go over and get some carpet for that. Just starting to put some finishing touches on it now, and getting these legs on the bottom, and I've kind of sort of mimicked the building over there really, although not quite. The bands are slightly different, but these are very, very short legs, so hopefully we'll get 5 across the front, and then we'll probably get 3 down the sides and around the back as well. So there's a lot of legs to build, but we want it looking good, and I've kind of covered this up under here, and then we just need to work out about the entrance, because we can't have that there. In theory the entrances will be up the side there, so I guess we'll have to kind of sort of build those where the legs are. So yeah, and this is almost ready at the top as well. If we just have a quick look through the window, you'll see it's almost fully grown whilst I'm building here. We've still got a couple of gaps in there, so once that's ready we will do a test and see how much and how many vines this farm produces. Right, I think it's time to give this little farm a go. Again, it's not completely grown, there's a couple of things there, but I think that's all to do with game ticks and the way this randomly grows. So yeah, and that's probably why I don't think that the AFKable farms are as efficient, because in the time scale, okay, you can leave your computer running all night and you can go backwards and forwards on the small farms and you'll eventually get them, but I think you get more by just sort of, you know, farming them like this. So you know, coming back once an hour and farming it after being AFK. So let's give this a go. The idea is you simply take away the lowest one. So, and then you can then take away the highest one. But the idea here is we should be able to sort of reach them all from this place. That's why we've got the glass here, so we can just lean over it a little bit, and it's just nice and easy then. Start at the bottom, work your way up. Yeah, nice and easy way to farm. So let's see how many we can get. There we go, that's not too bad, is it? It's 18 stacks. We can get a little bit more out of this farm than that, though. I think 1,800 or so is about the maximum. But we had not quite a full harvest there, and I am getting a little bit of internet lag, which yeah, I think was causing a problem with some of those. So yeah, but I'm pretty happy with that as a first crop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these lovely vines here and I'm going to drop them back off over at DC's place, because he was very kind enough to say, yeah, take all my vines and use those as a farm. So that's what I've done, and yeah, now I'm going to go and replace them with you know, a lot of interest. Well, there you go, DC. Thank you for all those lovely, lovely vines. Let's put that on here. Thanks for the vines, Wild Trekker. There we go. Done. And I think, you know, this is where we started, and this is where we're going to finish. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. If you've got any ideas in terms of updating the vine farm, making it more efficient, then, you know, let me know. Always happy to hear your suggestions as well, so leave your comments down below, and don't forget to click on that like button, and we'll see you here next time on the new Eriador server. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.